What's going on, guys? Roy here with CCNC, Camaro's Coffee, NorCal. Really quick, I just want to give a short video. I'm not trying to do this for the likes or for anything to grow my channel or anything. I'm simply just trying to support our customers and help them with install guides and some of the products that we offer. So what I want to do today is I want to go over install on 2016 Camaro, and we're going to do the side mark reflectors. We're going to do our Helix premium taillights. We're going to do the rear diffusers with a brand new plug and play harness, and then we're going to do the third brake light with the rapid fire. So tune in. I'm not going to do no clickbait, straight to the source. It's probably going to be a boring video, but it's definitely going to help you. There's not going to be no fillers or anything like that. With that said, let's go ahead and get right to the video. Actually, some credibility here would be kind of appropriate. A little background about us. I started off with the 5th gen Camaro back in 2013. I built an LXX for it. Had some friends help me out. It was tuned really quick. From there, we bought this 2015. Back in 2015, this is my fiance's car, lady-driven Camaro. This is her daily. It was built 3 years ago, and she drives it every day. It's got about 42,000 miles. She takes it to the road course pretty often, autocross, half mile, drag race. I mean, you name it. So she's always on the track. She loves it, and it's her daily. It's very reliable. Huge shout-outs on that. Moving forward, we got this 2018 Camaro ZL1 810. We're going to build this car offering our some of the parts that we have in our packages, both performance and styling. So very familiar with the Camaro platform. LT platform is kind of my thing. That's something I've paid a lot of interest in, for everything from learning how to tune, learning how electronics works, and so forth. So hopefully that gives you some idea of where we come from. This is our passion. This is our joy. CCNC is kind of, it's a side thing for us. We both have full-time jobs, and we have a business that we take very seriously as well. So with that said, back to the video. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so to remove the actual, you don't have to take the wheel off or anything. What you need to do is there's actually 315s in the fender well. Probably not going to be able to see them, but there's one down there, one in the middle, one up there. My camera angle's horrible, sorry. Once you take those 15s out, you're gonna go on the bottom and you'll have another 215 and a bunch of 7mm bolts here. So once you get those out on each side, you can actually just pull this out and then pull the actual fender liner back like so. And now I have access to the side marker. So you can reach in there, clip it, pull it out, unplug it. The new side markers are just the same, right? So what you want to do is take the bulb off the factory and then plug this guy in place of it. So you're just pulling the bulb, putting this in the socket. Yeah. All right, so I got it out now. Basically, it's a 1-for-1 swap. The Helix ones are interchangeable. We made them that way so it's easier. And I'm just gonna plug it in, remove this guy out, and then take this connector and plug it where the light bulb goes in this socket. So these are all interchangeable. You just have to orientate the color. So these are going to light up red, the front ones are going to light up amber, and so forth. And this is the same sequence for all 4 sites.
All right, so basically I took the actual unit, replaced the bulb. It was a little tricky to get out, so I just used the lint-free rag and pliers, placed it over, don't need that anymore. I just placed it over the factory bulb and then pulled it out gently and it came out. And then, as I mentioned, on the side markers, they actually have that plug that you guys saw earlier. And there it is in there. And then I just plugged it back to the socket. So, we'll do a test fit before we go on. And bam, good to go. Just orientate it and you're done. All right, as far as the tail light goes, it's very easy. Here's a tail light, as you guys can see. There's going to be 3, 1, 2, and then there's the third one, and they coincide with 1, 2. There's a third one right there. So basically, they're 8 mils. Got to get them from the inside. So move the liner back. Once you pull them out, you just yank the light back, and this connects right there. So there's a lot of videos on them. I'm not going to touch base on those, but it's pretty easy. Okay, so once we got the bolts in here, right, I said there were 7, not 7, there were T15s, and then we have a 7 mil up here facing down. Once you get that out, we're going to kind of yank it out and work our way up, pulling it gently, unlocking it from the tail light and pulling it outwards, making our way out, making our way out, making our way out. And then it's just a matter of like disconnecting the connectors here on the other side, and there may be some connectors on the inside. So be mindful of that when you pull it off. I'm going to go grab a table so I can set it down, put it in the garage. So yeah, that's how you get the fascia off. Again, the fascia is not required if you're doing the tail lights or if you're doing the side markers. The only reason I'm taking the fascia off is because I'm going to do the reflectors and I have to clean it up back here. So it's just easier since I'm doing everything. I might as well pull it. All right. If you guys are taking the fascia, there's 2 clips in here. This white one and this black one. So these guys, 1, 2. Basically, you're going to jam a screwdriver in this red pin. Not jam it, but unlock it, and then push and pull. Okay, we got the rear fascia off. Now I am going to route the reflector harness, which taps into here, and then try to follow it down because it needs to go inside, or not inside, but it could just run down here however you guys want to route it. That's totally up to you. I'm going to figure that out now. Probably follow this guy here and come down for the reflectors. So the fascia is over here. You guys can, it's pretty dark, I'm sure. But here are your reflectors. There's 1 Phillips screw and a locking clip here, and it just slides forward. Might have to drill some holes, but we'll get there. All right, so when you get the harness, it's gonna essentially come with these pieces here, okay? 1, 2, you guys can see that. This guy is gonna connect to the tail light harness. I'm just gonna mock it up, but you get the idea. It's gonna connect there. And then this little guy is actually going to mate up here. I'll put the color codes down. I'll put a picture up here where I'll post a link so you guys can see. These just splice in. I'm probably going to solder them or crimp them a little bit better. It's just my preference. And then it goes connected on here. So it's really plug and play. And then obviously your tail light would go here. So if you have a 2018 and you're running the aftermarket tail lights with the resistors, you know, the harness, the resistor harness, you can tap that in the middle as well. And that's what we're going to do on the other side, you'll see. All right, so in order to remove the reflectors, we're going to take out this Phillips here. And then this is just a lock tab. So you're actually going to pry it that way and push out. Once it's done, it's going to look like that. So. All right, so I got the fascia off. One thing to note is that because of the hose, the wires that come through the actual reflector, you may need to drill a pass-through hole, which I just did. And I just used a reamer, and I think I had it like 7/30 seconds or 9/30 seconds, but you can see it dead smack in the middle. And that's what I'm going to use to pass the wires through. I'm not sure. I don't think it's mandatory, but if you want that really clean, flush look, yeah, that's going to be there. All right, so I got one side done. I added some strain relief down here That way when the car vibrates and stuff, it doesn't like yank it or pull on it. Also weather, run it up here, use test tape, and then this will just kind of go up to the other harness to this little pigtail here, which I'm about to do next. But for reference, you can kind of see what it looks like installed compared to the OEM side. All right, I'm now about to wire these guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and splice them in with how they came. I was gonna crimp them originally. I was gonna do a recrimp or solder them, but I just think it's worth, you know, doing it the same way they came. That way it's consistency across the board with what you guys are buying and what I'm actually using. As far as instructions on what to kind of wire, if you can see this here, it's gonna say white on lights to brown on the harness, black to black, and then gray on lights to pink on their harness. So the Gen 5 harness, right, has pink, brown, and black, and then our reflector LEDs has white, gray, with white, and then black. So just match those up, crimp them, and you should be good to go. So I'm going to do that now. So there's going to be one, obviously, on this side here, and then another one coming from this side here. So we'll do that, and then stay tuned for the next step. All right, so I got the fascia back in. The side markers are installed. This light is on. I left this light just to show the harness. Obviously this is going to come. This is your factory plug here, right? And then your harness is going to come and plug in here, drop down for the reflector, which is already connected, and this is going to go to your tail light. So it receives power from your tail light, and based on the functions that your tail light is doing, stop, brake, turn signal, it sends that signal down to the actual reflectors. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to hit the brakes to go through the whole functions and everything, but looks like everything is working fine right now. All right, so I got the back done. Moving on to the forward, replacing the reflector. It's the same. I just turned my wheel to the left so I can get clearance to these 3 T15s. So we're gonna have 1, we're gonna have 2, we're gonna have 3. All right, one thing to note is that the hardware is not the same size. So keep them in order. This one is gonna go on the bottom of the splitter, obviously. And this one's gonna go here, and so forth. So keep them in order, makes your job easier. All right, we got all the side markers have been replaced. Those are good to go. The tail light has been done. The last piece of the puzzle for today is going to be the third brake light. We're going to replace it with our dark one and our rapid fire harness. So we'll walk through that. First things first, remove all these fir tree clips here, and then pop this guy out. This guy just kind of literally pops out. All right, so we got everything out. The next step is to get this little harness out, the factory taillight harness. You can see it's a purple and white wire. I'm just going to use like a little flat blade screwdriver to gently pry it out, and that should loosen the connector. That's actually where the rapid fire harness is going to go into. Update, I found a hack. So basically you have this little window here. Here's the clip, and what you want to do is you want to squeeze and pull out. This clip is actually upside down like that. So you gently want to squeeze here and pull down. What I did is I used this little hole as a window. So if you shine your light up here, you can look through the hole and you can see it better. So that should give you some more. So this is a harness that we offer, obviously, to hook it up. This is the factory plug that comes off the light that you guys saw earlier. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to slide this in place, click it in place, and your third brake light is actually going to hook up here. So this is going to plug directly into the third brake light, and that's going to give you the rapid fire feature. So it's really simple to do. Next we're going to take off the light, and that's where we have to be careful. All right, so from where we left off, once you get everything done, you just go ahead and drop the light in, and then it should plug in, and it should be good to go. From there on out, it should just work. It's pretty daylight, so I'm not going to do a video now. But yeah, hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys have any questions, definitely DM us. Check us out on Instagram _ or at CCNC official. Our website, www.ccnordcal.com.
And you can always email us at support@ccnorcal.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this helps. Have a great day.